Here's a harsh truth. Your business processes are either making you money or costing you money. There's no in between. And here's what's really scary. Most businesses lose 20 to 30% of their revenue annually due to inefficient processes. Think about that for a second. If your business makes $1 million a year, you could be leaving $300,000 on the table just because your processes are broken. Today, I'm going to show you the exact 6-step framework that Fortune 500 companies use to audit their business processes and turn those findings into real profit improvements. This isn't theory. This is the systematic approach that's helped companies save millions of dollars. Let's start with the biggest mistake most businesses make. They try to fix everything at once and end up fixing nothing. Step 1 is defining your scope and objectives. And here's the golden rule. Focus on one process at a time. I call this the one process rule. Pick the single biggest bottleneck that's causing you the most pain or costing you the most money. Maybe it's your customer onboarding process that takes forever. Maybe it's your invoicing system that's full of errors. Maybe it's your inventory management that's tying up too much cash. Pick one, just one. And here's crucial. Set clear, measurable objectives. Don't say make things better. That's useless. Say reduce customer onboarding time from 2 weeks to 5 days, or cut invoicing errors by 70%. Give yourself something concrete to measure against. The biggest mistake I see here, companies try to audit their entire operation at once. That's like trying to renovate your entire house while you're still living in it. It's chaos. Nothing gets finished properly, and you'll burn out your team. Step 2 is mapping your current process, and this is where most audits fail before they even start. You need to document what actually happens, not what you think should happen, and definitely not what your policy manual says should happen. Here's the key. Involve the people who actually do the work, not just the managers. The person processing invoices every day knows exactly where the bottlenecks are. The customer service rep taking the calls knows where customers get frustrated. Shadow the process in real time. Don't sit in a conference room guessing. Go watch it happen. Time each step. See where the handoffs occur, because handoffs are usually where things go wrong. What you're capturing is simple. Every step in the process, who does each step, how long each step takes, where approvals are needed, and where decisions get made. Keep it simple. Fancy flowcharts won't save a broken process. Step 3 is collecting and analyzing data. And this is where the magic happens. You need real numbers, not opinions. Track time per step, error rates, how often you have to redo work, the actual cost per transaction, and what your customers think about the current experience. Use time studies. Pull reports from your systems, interview your employees, and survey your customers. The data will tell you a story, and that story is usually pretty eye-opening. Here's what you're looking for. Which steps take the longest? Which steps have the highest error rates? What's the true cost of your current process when you factor in all the rework and delays? I've seen companies discover that a process they thought took 2 hours actually takes 6 hours when you include all the back and forth, waiting time, and fixing mistakes. Step 4 is identifying gaps and inefficiencies, and this is where you'll probably get angry at how much time and money you've been wasting. Look for unnecessary approval layers. Do you really need 3 signatures for a $50 purchase? Look for manual tasks that could be automated. Look for information silos where departments aren't talking to each other. Here's a simple framework. Current state versus desired state. What's working well that you want to keep? What's completely broken that you need to fix first? What's missing entirely that you need to add? The biggest red flags are steps that add no value for the customer, long wait times between process steps, and high error rates that require expensive rework. I once worked with a company that had 7 approval steps for customer refunds under $100. 7. By the time they got approval, the customer had already left bad reviews and told their friends. That's a process that's costing you way more than it's protecting you. Step 5 is assessing risks and compliance, and this is where you cover yourself legally and operationally. You've got 4 types of risks to consider. Operational risks, where the process fails. Compliance risks, where you violate regulations. Financial risks, where costs spiral out of control. And reputation risks, where customer satisfaction tanks. Check your industry regulations, internal policies, quality standards, and security requirements. Make sure your improved process won't create new problems while solving old ones. Prioritize risks by impact and probability. High impact and high probability gets immediate attention. Document everything with potential financial impact. Consider both what could go wrong inside your company and what external factors could disrupt your process. Step 6 is developing improvement recommendations. And this is where you turn all that analysis into actionable changes. I use a 3-tier approach. Quick wins you can implement in 30 days, medium-term improvements you can do in 3 months, and long-term strategic changes that take 6 to 12 months. Start with the highest ROI improvements first. Focus on low-risk, high-impact changes. Consider your resource constraints. Don't recommend changes you can't actually implement. Your action plan needs to be specific. Exactly what changes you'll make, who's responsible for making them happen, clear timelines with milestones, success metrics you'll track, and budget requirements. Here's the implementation reality that nobody talks about. The audit is only 20% of the work. Implementation is 80%. And that's where most process improvement projects die. Get executive sponsorship before you start making changes. Communicate clearly with everyone affected. Provide proper training on new processes. Monitor results closely in the first 90 days. Set up regular review cycles, create feedback loops, establish performance dashboards, and plan for future audits. Process improvement isn't a one-time event, it's an ongoing discipline. Here's what this will do for your business. You'll identify profit opportunities you didn't even know existed. You'll eliminate frustrations for your team and your customers. You'll create competitive advantages that compound over time. The biggest mistake isn't having broken processes. Every business has those. The biggest mistake is not auditing your processes at all and just accepting inefficiency as the way we've always done things. Small process improvements compound into massive competitive advantages. While your competitors are stuck with broken processes, you're operating like a well-oiled machine. So here's your homework. Pick one process that's frustrating you the most right now. Start with step 1 this week. Define the scope, set clear objectives, and begin mapping what actually happens. Which process are you going to audit first? Your customer onboarding? Your sales process? Your inventory management? Drop a comment and let me know. I'd love to help you think through the biggest opportunities. If this helped you see your business processes differently, you'll love our other business optimization videos. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the strategies that could save your company thousands of dollars. Remember, your processes are either making you money or costing you money. Now you know how to make sure they're making you money.